Once you're happy with your shapes, you're ready to move on to making a design, and that design will eventually become your pattern. The first thing you're going to want to do is group your objects together. This might seem like one thing, but really it's three different shapes together. So what we want to do is drag over all of it and then hit Command or Control G to group it together. You could also select each object individually while holding down Shift, and that will also make it so you can group it together by holding down Command or Control G. We can also do that with this bagel. Okay, the next thing we want to do is make a box on layer 2. And I made another layer by holding down Create New Layer. And whatever is inside this box is going to be the design that becomes your pattern. Instead of dragging out a box because it's difficult to get the right size that way, I'm going to click and then hit 3 by 3. Now we have a box. The trouble is that this box has a fill but no stroke. So what I can do is go to swatches and then make that fill empty and then put a stroke on the outline of the box. Now I can lock this layer and make my design. So I'm going to do kind of something a little haphazard with these bagels. And what I'm going to do is just duplicate them. What I'm doing is selecting the group and then holding down Option or Alt if you have a PC, and that gets you those double arrows, and then you can just start moving them around. And that duplicates them. I want to resize some of them, which is an option. I'm going to hold down Shift because that's going to let us constrain the proportions, which I think is a good thing. We can make some of them bigger. The key is that we just want to fill the space in a way that looks pretty nice. You could also do something that's a little bit more regular. Doing a regular grid is obviously an option, and I can show you that with the ice cream cones. Let's just drag out, I don't need an extra layer. I'm just going to duplicate this box again so we can get another one. And in this one, I'm going to show you just a more simple grid. And what we can do for this one is I'm just going to drag that out and drag that out. Now we can use the Align tool, the Align window, which comes up in Properties, and just align those together. We can align those together. Now I think that's a little bit tight, so I'm going to move that up. I just nudged it over a little bit. See, I accidentally selected my box. That's why I locked it in the first place. I just locked it again. I'm going to move this up. And I still think that this is a little too close, so I'm going to move it over to give it a little more space. And now that I have these, I also think that I can distribute these more even. These don't seem evenly distributed, so I'm going to hit those 3 dots to check out the distribution. Now we're going to hit Distribute, and now they get distributed more evenly. Now I can duplicate it sideways. And now we have 2 pretty straightforward and simple designs. In the next video, we're going to talk about how you can make your design seamless to create your patterns.